and welcome to Paint With Me number 17. So the number 17 means it's the 17th live that I've done on YouTube that has been a public live. I used to primarily do my lives on TikTok, or solely do my lives on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that. But I moved over here to YouTube for these ones. I also do lives on my Patreon. And yeah, if you have questions about that, let me know. Hi, Cara. How are ya? We have got a lot of stuff going on tonight. We have a palette to clean first. And then we have, I have to play around on my iPad and see if I can figure out how to draw the thing that's in my brain for what I want to do for this canvas. So that'll be fun. How's your birdhouse come along? Are you still working on it? Are you happy with how it looks so far? Hi, Tina. Hello, loves. How's it going? Oh, are you, Cara? I'm so sorry. What can we do to help you feel the love? Oops, except for, let me see if I can fix my phone so that you can actually see stuff. I'm so sorry you've had a bad day, Cara. Birdhouse went good? Wonderful. That's good news. Is it all done already? I hope tomorrow will be too. And maybe we can end it off on a good note, eh, Cara? By hanging out here together, right? Hi, Patty. How you doing, lovely? If anybody is watching the live and if you are unable to see the comments or participate in the comments here on the live, there should be a button somewhere on your screen that says open or open an app or YouTube, something like that, that will allow you to open the live fully. If you clicked on the link from Patreon. If you're in YouTube, you should be able to see all of it. Hopefully. Still learning. All right, so I'm just going to clean out. Yeah, always feels better when we get to hang out together, doesn't it? I agree. I agree. Hi, Barb. How's it going, my friend? So, now, one of these days, I will get off my lazy ass and clean all of my paint pots and palettes. And have more of these ready so we don't have to do this on the lives. But for now, this is just the way life is. Anybody do any painting today? Tina, what'd you get up to today? Did you have a good day? Right? Yeah, this is just the way it is. It is the way it is right now. Nothing's gonna change it right now. I should grab my spray bottle. I wonder where my spray bottle of isopropyl is. It's up there. Okay. Once I get this done, I'm going to spray it a little bit and see if I soak it a little bit, if that'll help me clean it out a little bit faster. I'm very excited to work on this one, but I'm going to get the iPad out and we're going to do a little bit of drawing because I'm still not sure how to create that interlocking wave look that I want. So I'm going to rely on the software on my iPad. I think I'm going to use Procreate or I'll use Amaziograph and I'm going to try and see how to create what it is we want to create. Oh, did you catch up on the Bliss piece? Oh, awesome. Did you have fun with it? 6 errands and had an hour massage. You earned it after 6 errands. Holy crap. That's a busy day, Patty. Relaxing and in your jammies. That sounds wonderful. I love all the hellos. He did diddly squat. That is good for the soul too. Gotta have those days too. I am planning my next day for that. I find I go in and out of these periods of, deep overwhelm and thinking things are trucking along pretty good. And usually what ends up happening is when I think things are trucking along pretty good, then the idea of one little thing, one little task that doesn't go right tends to derail everything. So that's been this week. So I'm spending time kind of trying to relax into the it is what it is and channel that calmness a little bit because, none of it's the end of the world, right? But it was my little clue. I'm like, just trying to add in one little tiny thing to the next few days sends me into a little bit of a spiral. So, when is the next possible day that I can do nothing? Or at least have nothing on my schedule so it can be just one of those days. It is very hard to get up from the diddly squat. Hard on the knees and the hips, isn't it? Not loving my work, but loving the colors, Wild Thistle and Bambi. It does. It sounds very regal and beautiful. What is it that you're not happy with? Is there anything in particular? I'm just going to grab my spray and I'll be right back. So I'm going to grab my isopropyl alcohol. And then I'm grabbing my iPad and my Apple Pencil and my power cord for my iPad. And then, we'll get this cleaned out and we're going to do a bit of drawing. Okay, let me get back under here. Did I not turn my electric blanket on? What kind of bull crap is this? There we go. All right, let me catch up. Did you see the actual? Yeah, I did. That was so cute. I loved it. I added it to my cart. Your favorite boy band, 98 Degrees, just announced a singing albums event at Barnes & Noble. Oh, a signing album. Oh, cool. That's way too far for me. I live in Michigan. Oh, that's too bad you're so far away. Yeah, it'll be very sparkly. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, will you be able to watch it online or anything somewhere? That would be nice, eh? All right, bear with me 1 second here. That would be really nice. Grab my garbage can. See if there's any loose bits I can get out of here. I don't think there is. I think I got them all if there were. All right, so I'm just going to spritz it with some isopropyl alcohol. I should have put a paper towel down underneath too, but that's all right. I will wipe it up like this, and then we will let that sit for a minute. Over here. Actually, we probably don't even need to wait it for very long, do we? Would be nice if I could watch it online. Oh, maybe they'll have at least little snippets and stuff and highlights from it. Hopefully they'll post some of that. Oh, geez. Cheers, apparently. That was awkward. Excellent spatial awareness today for me, apparently. Yeah, someone totally might upload it on a TikTok. You're right. That would be nice. All right. Apple pencil. And... let's do a maziograph. We're going to choose a mirror. And I want to include a grid. Oh, it's not going to include a grid. Let me see if Procreate does. Sorry, we're going to go here. And let's see what I can do here. So, I see what I remember. Oh, actually, I could use my pencil. Canvas. Drawing guide. Excellent. Edit drawing guide. I want to go to drawing guide size. Because I'm going to probably replicate this. Then we want where drawing guide symmetry. Horizontal symmetry. We're going to do U. I'm going to add a layer. Layer is going to go and show us the grid. Edit drawing guide. And then we're going to go to 2D grid. We're going to go size of the grid. Yeah, that's fine. Nope. 305. Oh, shoot. Oh, it changes it for the whole thing. Oh, well, that's crappy. I was hoping I could do one layer with a grid and one layer without a grid, but I can't. So we're going to go back to edit drawing guide, go back to symmetry, and go done. All right, so I'm going to zoom in here. Hopefully you guys can see it a little bit better here. And let me scroll back. Sorry, guys. Kim. Hi, Kim. We'll keep our fingers crossed for you, Cara. I know, at least I didn't spill. Thank goodness for small miracles. I know it's not good for you, Jamie, but I love the intimacy of your YouTube lives because it is kind of nice. And you know what? It is good for me, Patty, because, you know, I don't need thousands of people here to be able to gain watch hours really quickly. Like, being on here, if I have 10 people that stay 2 hours or 5 people that stay 2 hours, like, that counts as a lot towards my stats. So I'm not upset by it at all. I'm not upset by it in one little tiny bit. I think it's great. I like it too. Yeah, it's nice. Easier for some people to dominate the chat. All right, so what I want to see is I want to see what happens on this when I attempt to draw. Oh, why are you going to sleep so much? Hang on a second. I'm going to just check my settings. One sec. Display. Night shift off. Auto lock after 2 minutes. Guess I can't change it. All right, it's fine. All right, so what I'm going to do is, what I really want to do is I want to see. Oh. Hang on. Let's go back. I'm going to go to nice bright color. We're going to go here. We're going to choose monoline. And then maybe, you know what I'm going to do? Hold on. Edit drawing guide. We're going to go back to 2D grid. So this is my center right here. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to draw, what? Oh, that's why. Hold on. I'm new. Sorry. Why is it still drawing a straight line? What the hell is happening? So I should be able to draw a circle, but I can't. And I don't know why. See, it does it too. What the hell? This is weird. All right, we're gonna try this again. Let's go start over. And let's see. I must have done something in the symmetries that went really weird. Oh, no. I want something like that. Okay, but and so then let's duplicate the layer, and then on this layer we are going to select, and we're gonna flip vertical, flip horizontal, and move it up. What I want to do is see how I can get them to fit in here like this. And I think what's going to have to happen is they're going to have to rotate into the corner somehow. And then we'll go here, select, rotate into the corner somehow this way. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was hoping to be able to find some kind of way to draw a grid to be able to do this. And I don't know that there's going to be able to be one. Okay, so I'm going to delete. And then we're going to, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my drawing guide. Edit my drawing guide. I'm going to go to my grid size, so I just have my lines like this. And on this one, I am going to draw here. Wait a second. I got another idea. Hold on. Smaller. Let's go with symmetry options. Let's go quadrant symmetry. That might be the one we want. Let's try that one. Everyone doing all right? I know that this is a little bit. So what about just doing one point of one wave to point of another wave? You mean, oh shit. That's kind of neat. And that might work, Patty, because what I'm thinking is, what if I did something here? Yeah, I'd have an extra space. I'm not sure I know. It did it again. Son of a bitch. Delete. So let's see. Maybe it will be something like this, and then duplicate, select. Like, do you mean like this, Patty, almost? Something like that. And then I could do like scatter dotting. I could do it like that. What do we think about that? It's not going to be obvious that it's waves, though. But then again, if I do them all like waves. Hi, Debbie. What if I just did... It does look like two birds instead of two waves, doesn't it? Yeah. What if I did... What if I just did something different? Let me see. What if I... What if we just divided it down the middle and made it a little less complicated? Yeah, like, I could totally do that, right? Because I could do... Oops. And I could alternate the colors, right? Because I could keep going. That could be kind of cool. Now, I could... duplicate... Now, do we do um I'll have to go down there and I can fix that. Now then with down the center one, do we do like one color of blue this way and one color of blue this way? Or do we do it all the same? What do you think? Oh, that's not good. Don't like when the ambulances have their sirens on. What if I, with each of these rows, create like mandala kind of designs just in the different color? Would that create some symmetry? So like if I did all my brushwork, right, coming down into the corners, and then this is the kind of spot where they meet, or do I alternate going all the way across? Or do I just do a mandala in the two different blues and just make it a mandala? Maybe I'm making it too complicated. Maybe we just do a normal round mandala in the blues and the teals. What do you guys think? I know, it's hard. I feel like I want to find the right thing, and that should be my clue that I'm overthinking it, you know? All right, I'm going to move the iPad. I don't think we need it. Ouch. Ow, 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 ow. Hi, Gabrielle. That would be different just doing a mandala, wouldn't it? It would be different if I just didn't complicate it. That would be definitely the different thing to do. You got me there. We'll find a way to make it different because I've got some ideas. I actually have a couple ideas that I think could be really cool. So, all right, yeah, okay. This is getting my thinker going. So I'm going to do a mandala. We're going to do a 16 slice mandala. What if each of the 16 slices were either the different blue or alternating, right? Like if I did a mix of the teal and the blue and white. And then we could still throw in some gold every once in a while. And we could still throw in some Mirage Bliss drops. That could still look really, really beachy while not actually having to do it as a wave. What do we think of that? How you doing, Gabrielle? It's good to see ya. Yeah, I haven't done a regular mandala in a while. So we could do the mandala and still do it a little bit different if we alternate our sections. Be interesting because you're doing good? Good. Glad that you're here. Thanks for coming to hang out. All right, so I'm going to get out our rulers and our compasses and our protractors, and we will get to drawing some guidelines. All right, so that is cleaned up. The Apple Pencil can go away. We'll bring this bad boy in here. So we have ruler number 1. We have extra large compass. We have small compass. I'm going to use a white pencil. I need a protractor. And a protractor. If you're still liking the beach, do it in colors of the beach. Beige for sand, then a green, and then a couple of different blues. Ooh, a sunset yellow would be pretty too. All right. Mom is getting some food delivered, so I am going to have to go out and grab that food for her in a couple of minutes. I'm going to use... This is... All right, I'm going to go and grab Mom's food. I will be right back. Okay, guys, one sec. I guess he hasn't gotten into the building yet. He's trying again. There we go. He'll be in a second. Ashley's here. Hi, Ashley. How you doing? Don't get food delivery. Oh, that sucks. We use it quite a bit. It's been very convenient. All right, the guidelines are not going to be very visible to you guys. And I'll be right back. I'm going to have a look and see if maybe I even have a really light yellow or something like that that I can use. But, oh. This poor delivery person's having a hard time. Let me just go see what's going on. guys, I'm coming. I'm coming. I forgot I have Miss Audrey's pill to do too, so it's just going to be one more quick minute. But if you'd like to see Miss Audrey, I'll show you what a good girl she is. Hopefully my phone will stay there and you can see her. Good girl. 1 second. Good girl. 1 second. All right, you ready? Here, let's turn you around. Right there. Good girl. Sit. Go first. Good girl. I know, baby. You're such a good girl. I know, you're so good. Everyone's always so impressed with what a good girl you are. Because you're so good. Okay, you ready? One, two, good girl. 3, 4, good girl. 5, 6, good girl. 7, 8, 9. Good girl. Isn't she just the best? There you go. All right, just gonna go put that back in the fridge. I will be back and we will get started. Oops. All right, I am coming. Sorry, you guys. I am back. There we go. All right. What did I miss? Ooh, shit. What did I miss? Scrolling back. Vicky. Hi, Vicky. Did I see Vicky? I thought I saw Vicky. Hi, Jess. During the pandemic, I got into the habit of food in grocery delivery, but I just fed into my isolation. Yeah, that's a good call. Mom ordered Mr. Sub tonight. What's new, Ashley? How you doing? That's really good, Debbie. And sorry, Debbie, I misread that as Patty writing that in my head. So I don't know if I acknowledged that that was you. That's really, really great. I'm a hermit anyways, yeah. Haven't been able to flush out the silent watchers. That's really good, Debbie, that it gets you out. That's amazing. That's a great way to look at it too. I'm gonna measure over here now. No, I'm gonna turn this around. Oh, and I was gonna look for a different color pencil. Hang on a second. Let me see what I've got. Maybe I have one that's better. I might use this light gray. I don't want to go too dark because I don't want to change the color. I don't want the paint to change the color of anything, so I wanted to stick with blue. But I don't have any other blues. Do I have a green though? Maybe I have green. No, they're all too dark. Okay. That just tells me that I need to get more watercolor pencils. That's fine. Asia's here too. Hi, Asia. Almost finished with my resin mirror mandala. Oh my God. How fun is that? I was silent for a few, multitasking, playing video games. That's awesome. Yeah, what are you playing? Anybody painting today? COD. I just hear? The ideas that come out of your brain, Ashley. And then we'll do one more. I have a meter stick, but I don't think it's really, really straight. I should try it though. That might make things easier. Let's see. Blue cheese bacon wedge salad. Ooh, very nice. Is that why you just finished your March masterclass? Jess. All right, I need to see what the hell's going on here. So I think I need to stand up. One sec. I can't see anything. Maybe that's because I don't have my glasses on. Hang on, and I hear Mom rustling around out there, so I just want to check and see if she's okay. When I saw it wasn't Mom, I was worried that it was a paper bag that Audrey got into, but it was just sound traveling from Mom's room. That's funny. All right. Let's line this up. And line this up. All right, that's nice and faint. I think that'll be good. And this should reach corner to corner too, which will be good. But we're still gonna map it out with the protractor. Ashley, what's the largest size you've ever done? That's for anybody, actually. What's the largest size of painting mandala that you've ever done? I know Tara's getting started on her biggest. Hi, Michelle. Oh, Asia, were you not feeling well? I hope you're feeling better. I only play with the hubs when the hubs gets home for about an hour. I think I'm just a slow painter. Still a little rough. Is closer to better than you. Oh, sorry, Asia. 22. That's a good size. That's a good size. 30. Got a 36 chilling in the garage. Are you chicken? Are you waiting for just the right idea to pop in for that one? I find I do that. I save my stuff for just in case or for just the right idea. So 45, 20, 2.5, 20, 2.5. Oh, that's why I can't see. I don't have my glasses. I think I said that already, and I should have got them. Oh, I should check my lottery tickets for last night, too. Maybe I won 37 million bucks. Buy Dotville and get that sucker on its way to becoming a reality. 16 by 20, 24-inch in the queue. 17-inch pumpkin. Look at the big sizes. Do you guys like painting big? Do you like painting smaller? Or do you like kind of going back and forth between them? And Jess is thinking. Patty said, Asia, I'm glad everyone's feeling better, but it's Mama that needs to be healthy because, yeah, no kidding. Mom's run the household for sure. And Ashley said she hopes you feel better. Not sure really. I just like to hoard stuff. Well, it's that quote that says, you know, buying craft supplies and using craft supplies are two completely separate different hobbies. I always thought that was a little too real. Kindergarten keeps bringing home bugs. Oh no. Instead of 9 days, we got 18 days. Oh, yuck. Yeah, Patty's rocking it. Ten, 20, 1, 2, 5. And we spin it again. Well, thanks for everybody for coming and hanging out this evening. Whether you've had a good day or a bad day or a run-of-the-mill day, I like ending off my days hanging out with you guys. So this is really nice. And I hope that it gives you guys maybe just a couple of minutes to sit and take that breath too. 10, 20, 1, 2, 5. All right. Now I can use my regular ruler. Tina likes to go back and forth. Yeah. And Tina says feel better as well. You're welcome, Asia. Lots of love to you. I enjoy projects only take a couple days to complete. Yeah. It's nice that way, right? When you can kind of it helps to explore a whole bunch of ideas that way too. You're not locked into one idea for as long of a time. So I'm thinking, should I one of every other slice around the 16 slices or every 8? I'm thinking 16. I'm thinking each of the 16 slices we should alternate the color between the two. We'll have a couple things that are uniform around all of them, but I think that would be cool. Anybody working on anything now? I think I asked that already, but just in case. Aw, Dina. I'm blushing. I know, she's mushy tonight. Isn't it nice? Tina's always pretty mushy, though. Is there a cure for this? This is one of the side effects of this group. I think I have a 20 by 15 that I need to start planning out, but I really want to do a whole poster board piece. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that sounds exciting. That's super fun. Do you guys have any ideas that are kind of swimming around in the back of your head that you're like, one day I want to do this, but I haven't quite figured out what to do it on, how to do it? Anything that you're just dying to try? Oh, I forgot that one. Whoopsie. And you may notice some blotchiness on the background of this canvas. I used water today because the canvas was a little floppy and not super flat in a bunch of spots. So I sprayed the back of the canvas with some water, and then I ended up using a sponge brush to try and get into all the little corners and behind the wood supports and everything. And then I gently, so I thought, moved the wet brush across across the front of the canvas, because sometimes adding a little water to the front works too. And it ended up leaving these blotches. So I don't know what happened, but I think we'll fill this out enough that it'll be all right. I don't think so, but I love it. I know, it's wonderful. Oh, that drop cloth was so cool, Barb. It was a pain in your ass, but it was pretty. Too busy trying to keep up with Patreon projects. That's fair. There's a lot. I'm impressed at how well you keep up. I wouldn't be able to. Yeah, Audrey feels the same way. I have this owl piece I want to do for Girly's room. It's a lot of cut feather pieces. That's a big one. That's a big project then, eh? All right, you're going to do every centimeter. And hopefully this watercolor pencil won't bite me in the ass. Wonder if there's chalk pastel pencils. That would probably work well. Ashley, what do you do for potential holes in the center of your canvas from using different compasses and stuff like that? What does everybody do for that? What do you guys do for that? I find it very, very frustrating. But I do use a piece of cardstock if I can find it. Where's my little one? Where's my little one? I have a little wood piece that I've done it with as well, but oh shit. Are you in there? Where are you, little one? That might be, oh, there it is. I've got this little piece of cardstock like this that I stick into the middle of the canvas. So I got to go get a new little piece of tape, because that is not going to stick very well. And we'll use that one. Minus the hair that's attached to it. My hair is everywhere. God. Use wood filler and paint on wood and use wood filler. That's a really good idea. Learn to pick and choose. Yeah, and you have to, right? Because not every single Patreon project is always going to call to you. Some of it you just enjoy watching, and some of you actually want to do too. But Ashley's making me challenge myself and do a quilled mandala. Yeah, do it. Oh my God, that's going to be so cool. Make a square with masking tape a few layers deep. There you go. Awesome. Tina, does your dad make your wood pieces? Yeah, totally can do it, Asia. That's going to be so cool. All right, I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to grab some tape. I'm going to use Barb's trick, because then we can just draw the line right over top of the masking tape and then peel her off. So let's see here. So I'm going to just grab some masking tape. And I'm going to do it just a bit smaller. Because then you don't even have to worry about how you place it, right? Because you've got your other lines. I'm going to actually cut this down a bit smaller. Like so. So as long as it fits in there, and then I can draw right on top of it. So I'm going to grab my, I don't know if this pencil will show up, so let's try it and see. Because I should be able to just go here now, line this line up. And then right here, line that one up. Nope, that's not right. That doesn't line up at all. Son of a gun. Hold on. Hold, please. Let me grab my actual pen instead. Oh, bite me. It's a mass exodus of all the paints that are sitting on my shelf that are tired of sitting so close to the edge. Let me out, let me out. There we go. That's better. Thanks, Barb. That's a great trick. Much easier than farting around with my little piece of cardstock trying to get it to line up properly with my guidelines. No wonder things always were a little off, eh? All right, let me scroll back. I'm no behind. Custom salty designs. Consider putting hot glue on the end of my compass. Oh, that's a really good idea, Michelle. That's a really good idea. Yeah, the wood's expensive, eh? Another free tip. There you go. Thanks, Burb. Barb is a fount of information. You guys all are. You guys all have such great tips. You can reuse it. Yeah, if you don't lose it. That's the key. All right, need to sharpen this again. Go through these pencils really fast. The occasional lucid moment. That's encouraging. Ooh, that's a lot bigger than I meant it to be. That's fine. I'm not being picky with the exact measurements. I always draw 1 centimeter apart most of the time. Almost always. But there's no rhyme or reason for that. It's just to get a bunch of guidelines on here. So realistically, oh, my hand is not liking doing that spinning of the compass today. So we're going to switch to this one. And we're going to sharpen again. All right, so for this one, I kind of hold this up here. Pencil goes in here. Check to make sure it's basically level. And then until I have to sharpen, I should be able to just move that one piece. So let's see how it goes. Luckily, there's already a divot there from the compass. So I tighten that up. Jan sent me this like years ago. 2 years ago, probably. Isn't it cool? It's Stanley brand. Oh, jeez. But you have to be very coordinated. Yeah, you're Jan. My husband thinks I just watch hockey for the fights. Yeah, good hockey fights are great. It's pretty cool, eh, Ashley? It's a neat little thing. So it's called the Stanley Fat Max. So you can probably, I think she found it on Amazon, maybe. But it's a great little thing. And I like that you can, it's so easy to adjust the size. I'll help you, love. It's all right. Yeah, it's like all his wrestling on ice. Isn't that the truth? When I lived in St. John, New Brunswick, I went to university on the east coast of Canada. And for anybody in the U.S., if you aren't familiar with New Brunswick, it is directly north of Maine. And I went there, and right now I live basically across the lake from Buffalo, New York. Just for references. So I went to school down on the East Coast, and they, at that point, the AHL team for the Calgary Flames was there. So they were the St. John Flames, and they had a guy, Rocky Thompson. And he was the goon. He was just the fighter. It was just like, how far into the game are we going to get before Rocky throws his gloves? And he was good at it. Did you get good seats? Standing room only penalty box visits, yeah. And that's the thing. Hockey can be fun to go see whether they win or lose, right? It's always, of course, better when your team wins, but it's still fun to watch. Oh, shoot. I moved. Did you end up on the Jumbotron? That's amazing. That's awesome. How fun. Oh, shoot. I didn't tighten that, apparently. Oh, well. Yeah, how many people can we fit into a bug car, right? Yeah. That must have been a pretty penny. What a nice thing to do. That's awesome. What an experience. Oh, why is this so far away from me? There we go. We're getting there. So much sharpening, eh? Because it's so straight up and down, you lose your point really, really fast. No, of course you didn't ask, of course. That's just a, ooh, that's nice. Very beautiful. That's a lovely gift. I'm sure he loved going with you too. Hockey pre-helmets. Yeah, that's terrifying, eh? Told them to snap a pic, but it didn't happen. Boo. I gave Alex and Danny $400 each for Christmas for them to go to a game of Toronto. Well, I should have given them more close to the nosebleeds. That's crazy, eh? As long as they had fun. As long as they had a good time, then it was worth every penny, right? I'm having a hard time getting this actually tightened enough to... It's always crazy to me when I think, well, I just have to draw guidelines, right? And then I can get painting. And then you see that all the trying to figure it out and getting everything ready, we've already been on more than an hour. Like, that's bananas. Hot dog is $30. That's insane. But it's the experience you're paying for, right? You shove your purse and pockets full of food, stuff your bra. All right, let's get my pencil back in here. I rested on the side of the canvas to help me make sure that it's level. My hands won't do it all by themselves. All right, bring this back in here. We are getting there. 4 more lines to do, which should mean 1 more pencil sharpening, because I'll probably get 2 lines before I have to sharpen the pencil again. Oh, you can't bring food in? Boo. Went to a baseball game and brought my own snacks. Yeah. Yeah, if you're lucky, if you can get in with it, right? Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, eat 3 hot dogs with the street vendors before you go in or on your way out and you're good. Yep. Stuff your bra. You'll get it in there. It wasn't a sock in his pants. Oh. Oh, that's gross for water. But yeah, that's the thing, right? Go to Wonderland, it's the same thing. Wonderland, Canada's Wonderland, we have a theme park, it's our Six Flags kind of idea. It's great too. But it's kind of the same idea, right? You go to the theme park and you're paying 10 times as much for everything. All right, this is actually going to be the last line I'm going to draw, I think. No, that was a lie. I'm going to do one more. Kara, how you doing, lovely? You still here? Just checking in. Checking in on ya. All right, so I am going to do my little gentle erase on here. And make sure those guidelines aren't too in the way. And we'll pull the tape off the middle. So I'm not trying to get rid of the guidelines, just trying to get them out of my way so they're not super in the way. Because they could, because they're watercolor, they'll get color into my paints. And I don't want that. And any dots that I lay down, they can change the shape of my dots. Almost make them look a little pinched in if I dot over one of the lines. So ever since that started happening, I started doing this, and it's made all the difference in the world. Plus, a lot of it's going to get rubbed off naturally with, you know, when my arm's on the canvas, and it's going to naturally wear off a bunch. My poor little dinky chunk of eraser. I refuse to throw anything out until I've used it as to within a millimeter of its last usefulness. All right. Okay, so now we need paints. We're going to use 2 colors of paint. We're going to use Sea Breeze, which is the greener one, and we're going to use Shoreline. And we're going to use white paint along with it. All right, so now I have to think here. So it's going to be a minute. I know, I'm harnessing my inner Ashley. So we're going to go... right over here. So we're going to go I'm going to call them green and blue just to keep them simple here. So we're going to go green, blue, green, blue, green. So I'm just labeling each of the 16 slices. Okay. Now, we will have the option to add in a little bit of gold, and I'm gonna grab Mirage Bliss Drops. So we'll grab Mirage, and then you know what? We will also grab. We're gonna grab Aloe. We'll grab Aloe and Snowbird and Frozen Succulent just to have them handy, I think. Just to have them handy in case we need those colors as well. Because we might. We might. Okay. Now I gotta make decisions. Crapola. Now the hard part comes. Used to go cheap seat movies with parka sleeves full of 2-liter of candy. Exactly right. Yeah, cheap Tuesdays were great at the movies. Just gonna go check and see if I hear Mom. I feel like she might need my help. 1 second, I'll be right back. All right, you guys. Got the thumbs up from Mom. She's okay. So we are gonna keep going. Tracy, are there still cheap Tuesdays? No way. That's cool. That's really neat. I didn't know that. We used to sneak beer in the movie theater and cough to cover up the sound of opening them, right? 7:20 and I'm ready to bed. Too many diddly squats. Those diddly squats will bite you in the ass every time. All right, and I need to get rid of this meter stick out of my way. All right. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh no. Excuse me. Good to see you, Tracy. 2 days in a row. Yeah, hard stuff didn't make noise, right? I remember we went to a concert once, and it was one of those camp out festival concerts, and you couldn't take alcohol in with you, obviously, so we would go to the store and you'd buy like bottled juice. You'd dump out a third of it, dump in your vodka and everything, and you could glue it to make it look like it was sealed again. we did that a lot. It was a lot of preparation. Thank you, Cara. Don't feel bad. I just woke up from a nap after work. There you go. I'm going to blow my nose, you guys, so I'm going to mute myself for a second. And Kim, I haven't asked you, how's your vacation? How's your vacation day today? Ah, only beer and wine. Gotcha. All right. That one is Sea Breeze. This one is Shoreline. This is the one, if you're in Canada, Shoreline was one of the colors I got for $1 a bottle at my Michael's. And Tina mentioned that she thinks that it's being discontinued. So keep that in mind, people. All right, I'm just going to grab my brushes. And let's pick the ones we're going to use today. So we are going to use this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. I feel like those three. And maybe the big one eventually. Maybe. All right. I ordered a bunch of brushes off of Curry's. I have no idea why I ordered these ones that are like 1.5 miles long. Like, I'm not going to... It's like a wand. It's my swish and flick. Anywho. Okay, so... I feel like most of my brushwork stuff starts off with swoops into the center. So I wonder what to do about that. That might be okay though. What would we use for our center? I think we would use... So if each one of these sections, so let me zoom in. Each one of these sections is going to be a different color. So my instinct is to do some overlapping swoops in there and it'll look kind of floral-ish. But I don't know. Sorry. Here we go. I don't know if that's the way to go. I'm having a hard time with decisions on this one. Now, what I could do is I could do like a skinny spiral going into the center and do some walking dots. That could be kind of cool. All right, let's try that. I'm gonna go with this teeny little guy. Yeah, this teeny little guy. And let's see what we come up with. All right, let me just scroll back. I think there's must be a lag for you. So strange to see liquor stores in the town now. Yeah, it would be a big change, I guess, eh? All right, let's see what we can do here. I'm going to start here. And you know what, I could... Yeah, I'm going to start here. And I just did it with a solid color. That was goofy. So let's try again. I forgot to put the white paint on. Oops. All right, I can't see the screen for a few minutes, so I'll do a few of these and then I'll come back. Okay, that was a little bit too much white, but it still looks pretty. Oh, that's a pretty color. Maybe it'll look kind of like waves. Thank you for the belated poo blessings. All right, now we will go to the Sea Breeze. And we'll do the same thing. Now maybe I should, oh, that could be interesting. Do I keep going with the spiral? Or do I go the other way? Okay, we're gonna stick with the spiral, I think. Or the, yeah, you know. Oh, that looks pretty. Okay, yeah, that was a good choice. I'm happy with that. All right, let me catch up on the comments too. How you doing, Tracy? You doing okay? If I did a bunch of these with gold with white tips, it would look like a bunch of dandelions. That would be pretty. All right, one more. Okay. Next. wait a minute, maybe. I need a white pearl as well. Do I have that here? Do I need that up here? Where is that? Here. All right. I'm going to just grab a little bit of white pearl. I'm going to have to mix some pouring medium in it a little bit, I think. Gloss medium. It does look like a pinwheel, doesn't it? Be fun to play with different colors. And just do a whole canvas covered in a bunch of these. Be pretty. All right, I'm just thinning down this paint a little bit. This white pearl. Okay, so what I think I want to do is I think I want to do a spiral. Like down in that way. Can you guys see that? So if I do a spiral in each of these, but I could alternate the direction, right? So I could do, oh no, that's not going to work to alternate the direction. Nope, 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 nope. So if we just kept going this way, right? And going all the way around. I think that would look pretty. Grab my different eraser. This one is bugging me. And do that in a white pearl. And then I'll keep adding more color. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a liner brush, a very small liner brush, and then we'll keep going. I need to get a couple other small liner brushes too. All right, so let's give this a shot, see how this does. First one looked better, didn't it? Oh, just dumped all kinds of stuff on the floor. Let's try again. Trying to get this to move into the right spot. All right. First one always goes better than the others. Then you spend the whole time trying to replicate the first one, and it never quite happens. Oops. That one was good. That one was almost as good as the first one. Everyone doing all right? Oops. Yeah, doing all right, Michelle? Wonderful. Good, good. Good, good, good. Car's all good. Lovely. Wonderful. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to clean my brush before we keep going. All right. So I might find that once the paint dries, some of my guidelines show through, but I'll probably go over these. And if I don't go over them with doing a second coat, what I might do is do some mirage dots like on top of these lines or something. I think that could kind of be kind of neat. It would almost make it look like it was bubbling. Hi, Nicole. I'm not putting a ton of pressure on. Let me change my camera angle for you, and then you can see kind of how much I'm pushing down. All right, bear with me 1 second here. Let's do that. Let's see if this shows you an angle. Let's fingers crossed that this will give you a bit of an idea. I'm not putting a ton of pressure, but I'm putting some. So I place the tip down. I'm putting down a little bit of pressure. Now I'm starting to turn it while applying the same amount of pressure. And then we'll just touch that up a little bit. I feel like that one's a little too skinny. How did that look? Nicole, did that help? And how you doing? It's good to see ya. I'll do it again. Oh, you're welcome. I'll do one more. So the brush is going to trail your hand. It's going to be moving slower than your hand is. So a great way to practice is just to grab a brush and put it on some canvas and just start moving it around and watch how your brush will follow you. Like I start moving my hand in that curve before the paintbrush catches up with it. Oh, it's cool. It's kind of almost looks like it's octopus legs or jellyfish tentacles. I love that. Oops. All right, one more. All right, there we go. So now we can go in and we're going to start filling in more of each color. But I'm going to stick still within the guidelines for which color I'm using. So my brain immediately wants to put more blue in here. And you know I could, because that could kind of... No, I'm going to stick with it over here. So I'm going to put more blue over here and more green here. And then we'll leave some space for doing some detail later. All right, so... Liking it? Yay! Thank you, thank you. I think it looks kind of cool, eh? Thanks, Nicole. All right, I need to grab a drink. All right, so I'm gonna do the blue first. So remembering that I'm keeping the blue inside its own section almost. And I'm gonna start it. I'll let it go over in little bits, right? But and then I'll leave some of this space open. That could be a good spot to put like a bliss drop dot. I'm not liking that one though. Let me try that again. That's better. That's a better angle for me to do that on. Sorry, I was out of focus. Or off screen. Let me do this again. Now, I put out way too much paint because now that's better. Now my paint is starting to get that little film on it. But we should have enough for this color, and then when we switch to the green, I'll get out new paint. It is messing with my brain though. My brain wants to put the blue in here. It wants to follow the other blue. Hopefully once I get more of it on here, my brain will follow the design once it starts to get into the wider sections. That should help. All right, that one needs a bit more white at the tip. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna get out some more paint of the Sea Breeze green. I'm gonna get more of that out and more white out and in smaller amounts and go from there. Feels like midnight, you'll be asleep soon. I hope you sleep really, really well. Tomorrow I'm gonna be live on Patreon for I think tomorrow is the all members live on Patreon in the afternoon, and then I'll be on TikTok tomorrow night. So if you want to come and hang out tomorrow night, I'd love to see ya. Ashley, do you have a live tomorrow, or are you going live later tonight? What's your schedule like? If you're a member of Ashley's Patreon, you're going to get a copy of her schedule in your email, which is awesome. Okie dokes. So now we're going in with the green and white. So I don't know what color bliss drops I want to do in there yet, but what I think I will do is I'm going to wait until we get a little bit more painted and then hope that the painting tells me what color to do them. Now a lot of these brush strokes too are overlapping with the pearl white curly Q spiral. So I'll probably end up at the very end, I'll go over some of these spirals a second time to make it look potentially like the brush strokes are going in behind the swoopy instead of over top of it like it's gonna look on a couple of these now. All right, and after this we're gonna do a quick zoom out. We'll take a quick look-see. So this is where we're at so far. Looks kind of neat. So now, you like it? Yay! I'm so glad you like it. I'm very happy. Lovely. Thanks, Ashley. Ashley will be on Patreon the rest of the weekend. Fantastic. Cara, I always enjoy watching your lives and watching all the daughters' lives. It's so nice, eh? It's such a great community to hang out with. Thanks, guys. Yeah, her resin centerpiece was so cool, eh? I agree. That was really neat. Okay, so I'm going to switch to another brush. Which one? This one? This one. And what I'm going to do Am I? It's a 2.0. That's a 3.0. That's a 2. Don't want that. I think, do I want still the 1 or the 0? I'm gonna go with the 1. All right. Decisions, decisions. Thanks, Nicole. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. I'm gonna try and do one more little bit before we go. And we're gonna do it with the teal and white. Actually, no, we're gonna switch my brush size. Hold on. I am gonna stick with the size 0. So I'm gonna use the same size that I did in the row and that I have been using up until now, but I'm gonna do something a little different, I think. All right, thanks, Debbie. We're just gonna start with one at a time. I know I wasn't in camera. Sorry, you guys. Let me fix that again. This one I want to do a little pointier. There we go. That's better. Well, wherever you spend the rest of your evening tonight, I hope you have a great rest of your evening. We'll keep working on this on the TikTok live tomorrow night, on the Patreon live. I think I'm going to pull out that rainbow pastel spiral piece that we started in the February card pull live, and keep working on that one. We still have some of the what was it, the flattened delight to work on. So we've got lots of good projects to be working on for the next little bit. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So let me zoom out for the final goodbyes of the evening. Oops. Looking good so far. I'm excited to see this one. I think it'll progress pretty quickly. Have a wonderful evening too, Cara. I hope that hanging here was able to help you take a bit of a breath and maybe end the day on a good note. I love you guys to bits. Good night, Barb. Good night, Ashley. Love you too. Good night, Michelle. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Oh, that would be wonderful, Ashley. I'm so glad when you're able to come and pop in. I know it's so busy when you're trying to do all of your own schedule stuff and family and all of that stuff. So I love it whenever we get a chance. Good night, Patty. Lots of love to you. Night, Tina. Bye, Ashley. You're most welcome, Nicole. Have a great rest of your night. Bye, Asia. Good night, Tracy. Good night, Debbie. All right, love you guys. Bye, Gabrielle. Love you to bits, my friends. All right, be good. I'll see you soon.